So, number 1 is Assessor, a 5-to-1 chance for John Reed. Number 2, Drum Tops, 5-to-1 for Frankie Dettori. Number 3, Limpac West, 25-to-1 for Gary Hind. And number 4, Snurge, the 5-to-2 favourite under Richard Quinn. This is number 5, Solacem, Blinkered. Lester Piggott rides this 8-to-1 chance. And number 6, Vintage Cropper, 6-to-1 chance for Michael Kinane. Number 7 is 4C, 7-to-2 for Michael Roberts. Blinkered today for the first time, 4C. And the 20-to-1 outside in number 8, Shrewd Idea.
Slightly already, and they're away, and Sonus comes out a little slower than the others. Shrewd Idea on the outside, one of the early leaders, and also up there Limpac West and Drum Taps as they race through the first furlong. And it's Drum Taps who shows ahead now by about 3/4 of a length from Vintage Crop in second. They're followed on the inside by Foresee, alongside Foresee is Shrewd Idea, then Limpac West and Snurge. Assessor is next, and Sonus brings up the rear. Racing along the far side towards the 1.5 point now, and Drum Tap striding along 1.5 lengths in front of Vintage Crop in second, 1/2 length away Shrewd Idea in 3. They're followed on the inside by 4C. Alongside 4C is Snurge, followed by Limpac West. Assessor is next, and Sonus and Lester in rear as they go down the far side here at the Curragh towards the 1.25 point, and Drum Taps in the lead under Frankie Dettori by 1.5 lengths from Vintage Crop in second. Behind Vintage Crop comes Shrewd Idea. They're followed by 4C on the inside, then the favourite Snurge running in fifth. Behind him is Limpac West. Assessor, the dark colours yellow cap, and that's John Reed, about 2 lengths in front of the back marker Sonus as they begin the turn now at the far point of the course, heading towards the mile marker, and Drum Taps in front by less than 2 lengths from Vintage Crop in second, then Shrewd Idea the outside in third, 4C close in fourth, Snurge 1/2 length off him, and then a 2-length break to Limpac West, who's joined there by Assessor, and they're over 2 in front of Sonus. They're about to start the run up the hill now towards the 7 furlong point, and the leader now is Shrewd Idea, who's gone quickly on from Drum Taps in second. Vintage Crop is third, and they're followed in fourth place by 4C, and then comes Snurge, and behind these is Assessor. On the inside of Assessor is Limpac West, and Sonus in rear. Racing now towards the 6 furlong pole, and Shrewd Idea 4 lengths clear from Drum Taps in second. Vintage Crop 3/4 of a length away in third. Then comes 4C, and behind 4C is Snurge, and they're followed by Limpac West and Assessor, and then Sonus. About to run down now towards the 5 pole. Shrewd Idea the leader by 2.5 lengths or so from Drum Taps. Vintage Crop on the outside. Snurge beginning to get closer along the outside of Vintage Crop, and they're followed by 4C, and then Assessor and Limpac West, and Sonus still in rear. Racing now towards the final half mile, and it's Shrewd Idea and Johnny Murtha in the lead. Snurge coming there on the outside. Drum Taps in the centre. Vintage Crop still very much in contention as they begin the turn now towards the straight. And it's Shrewd Idea, Drum Taps, Vintage Crop, Snurge is white face, poised just in behind the leaders, and then comes 4C off the bend now. Shrewd Idea headed by Drum Taps and Vintage Crop, and it's Vintage Crop who edges ahead now. Vintage Crop takes it up from Drum Taps. Snurge, 4C making ground in behind them. They're racing down inside the last furlong and a half, and Vintage Crop is the leader, being chased by 4C in second. Snurge in 3, Assessor trying to come into it on the outside. Vintage Crop chased by 4C as they race inside the last 200 yards. Vintage Crop the leader from 4C. Assessor is finishing well on the outside. Sonus has come from a long way back, but the gamble's going to be landed as they race up the line. Vintage Crop punched out by Michael Kinane, wins the ledger. Second is Assessor in 3, 4C, and 4 Sonus. 5 Drum Taps and 6 Snurge, and 7 Shrewd Idea, and 8 and last is Limpac West. So that market move proving very significant. Number 6, Vintage Crop, owned by Michael Smurfit, the race sponsor, trained by Dermot Weld, ridden by Michael Kinane, has taken the Jefferson Smurfit Memorial Irish St. Ledger.
9-2, second number 1 Assessor, again 9-2, and third number 7 4C, once more 9-2. Number 4 Snurge, the 11-4 favourite, and 8